Hope everyone are doing good. I am also good. No, 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 no. Not, not like that. Yeah. Okay, so what let's jump on, guys. So what are we talking about? What did we discuss? VPC, right? Okay, let me open that VPC. Okay, few questions for you on this. So guys, so what is the first step to create? Let's talk about the steps first. We need to create the VPC, right? And then what is the next step? So next step is to create an internet gateway and attach it to the VPC. And next step, after internet gateway, we need to create a subnets, public subnet and then private subnet. Very good. And then after that, we need to create NAT. Excellent. After that, we need to create routing tables. What are those two routing tables? Public routing table and then private routing table. So for public routing table, all traffic 000/0 should be routed to internet gateway, and then private routing table, it should be routed to NAT gateway. And for public routing table, which subnet should be associated? Public subnet should be associated. And for private routing table, which subnet should be associated? Private subnet. And also, if you want to connect, is it possible to connect to directly from internet to private subnet, private servers? No. How do you connect? Through Bastion server. What is that? Bastion. Yesterday also I told you, is it possible to log into NAT? No, right? So that is Bastion server. So first you need to log into Bastion. From there, you need to go for the private servers. Is that clear? This is what we have discussed yesterday. And today, let me open that. Okay. Okay, let me share my screen. Can you see my screen, guys? Yeah. So we have a last topic here. We call it as VPC peering. What is that? VPC peering. Guys, is it okay if I use already existing paint, or should I draw the entire architecture? We can concentrate more on practical, whichever you say, draw or use. Is that okay? That's so nice of you. Thank you for that. Let me check where it is there. Okay. And link practice, and then paste it and edit it. Yeah. Okay. Let's concentrate this first, guys. Here, Redshift is also, it's just like a database where we need to, but I'll if you need, then we'll see. I can share the material, but Redshift is mostly on the data warehouse side. But let's concentrate first on this VPC first. So this is the existing architecture that I am using it. Let me explain this, guys. Here, concentrate. So here we are talking about VPC peering. What is that? VPC peering. Guys, in general, can you tell me two VPCs can talk to each other? Two VPCs can talk to each other by default? No, no. But if you have a requirement that two VPCs need to talk to each other. Two VPCs need to talk to each other. You have to use the concept called VPC peering. What is that? VPC peering. So VPC peering, to do this VPC peering, guys, we need to have two regions. Yes or no? So I have created one VPC in Mumbai region, and I have created another VPC in Ireland region. So in Mumbai region, remember guys, whenever you're doing the VPC peering, keep this in mind, this CIDR should be unique. This CIDR should be unique. You cannot have like two same CIDRs. VPC peering cannot be done. So these two should be unique. These should be different. Here we have in Mumbai, we are using 192.168.0.0, and Ireland, we are creating 192.169.0.0.16. Two different VPCs. Guys, can I create my VPCs with two different CIDRs in two different regions? Yes. Definitely yes, possible. Definitely yes, possible. Yeah. So in Mumbai region, now I'm creating two subnets. How many subnets, guys? Two subnets. One is public subnet, one is private subnet. One is public subnet and another one is private subnet. Guys, I don't like it. Let's not use the existing one. So it's always better to go from scratch, so to make you understand. Okay, guys, see here. Let's take a VPC here. Okay, this is one VPC, right? So this is Mumbai VPC. Can you tell me the CIDR? Mumbai CIDR, guys? 192.168.0.0/16. 0.0/16. This is Mumbai CIDR. Okay, nice. So in this VPC, guys, can we create the subnets? Yes. How many types of subnets do we have? Two types of subnets. What are those? Public subnet and private subnet. Yes or no? Yeah. So let's create a two subnets here. So this is public subnet. So guys, how do I create 192.168 1.0/24 is one subnet, and another one is, guys, 192.168.2.0/24 is the two subnet. Second subnet. Good. Okay. And now this guy, I call it as public subnet. And this guy, I call it as private subnet. I know. Okay. Why this is called public subnet, guys? Because it is routing to. Why it is called public subnet? Because it is routing to. Yes, internet gateway. And this guy is routing to NAT. Clear? Okay. So now I have one server here, EC2 instance in private subnet. I can create one EC2 instance in private subnet. Yes, definitely yes. This is my EC2 and this is my, I call it as my private server. Okay. Now you are sitting over here on the internet. You're sitting here on the internet. This is internet for you. Okay. Now you tell me, guys, directly from internet, is it possible to connect to the private server directly? Yes or no? No. So how do I connect to the private server? How? Using? Tell me, how do I connect to the private server? Bastion. Excellent. So here I need to create Bastion should be on which subnet? Public subnet or private subnet? Yes. So Bastion is just an EC2 instance. I named it as Bastion server. Okay. So how do I connect this? So firstly, I need to, from internet, I need to connect to the Bastion server first. I need to connect to the Bastion first. Yes, it is also known as jump server. And from here, I need to connect to the private server. Is this clear? This is what, guys, I'm drawing the architecture here. Okay, I'm drawing the architecture, VPC architecture. Is this clear till here, guys, everyone? This is what we need to do the demo. This is what we need to do the lab. So yeah, this one, you should connect it like this from here. And then like this. And then definitely you cannot connect like this from here. No, not possible. Okay, should we, now this is one VPC, and now can we create another VPC, guys? Yeah, let's create another VPC. Let's create another VPC. I don't know, both are in same shape. Whatever. Okay, in this VPC, I called it as, guys, VPC can be in the same region or it can be in different region, right? Yes, I can create in different region. I can create in Ireland. Right? Ireland. Can you tell me what is the CIDR for this? 192.169.00/16. Make sense? This is, guys, keep this in mind. Two CIDRs should be completely unique and different. Okay, nice. And now here also I have a concept called public subnet and private subnet. Here also same concept. Let me write it. So here 192.169.1.0/24 is one subnet. And then here 192.169.2.0/24 is another subnet. And why this is called as public and private? This is public. I call it as public subnet. And then this call it as private subnet. Okay. And then this one is through IGW. And this one is to the NAT. Okay. Now you tell me. So is it possible to connect to directly to the private subnet? This guy. No, we don't. We don't. Okay. Is it possible to connect directly from internet to the public subnet here? Yes, it is possible. But the question here is, my question here is, guys, I have a private server here in private subnet here. This is my EC2 instance. This is my EC2 instance, and this is my private server. Can you tell me, guys? Okay, now from internet, I log into the Bastion. From Bastion, I'll go to the EC2 instance in private server. Can you tell me by default from this private server, can I directly go and hit this private server? We cannot, right? So this is possible, guys. By default, you cannot. Two VPCs by default cannot talk to each other. That too private to private. One private subnet to another region, another VPC, completely different network, private subnet. We cannot talk. They cannot talk to each other. But this is possible through VPC peering. So if you set up a concept called VPC peering, it is possible. So from here, using this VPC peering concept, so from here, you can directly go ahead here. So from here, you can go like this. Make sense? Let me stop the video. I stopped it. Guys, this is possible through VPC peering. VPC. Guys, now from private to private, we are connecting it. Do we need Bastion server? Yes or no? Do you need Bastion server, guys? If you want to connect to from internet directly to Ireland, then you go for Bastion. But here my topic is from one VPC, from private to private. Do you need Bastion? Yes or no? No, we no need of having the Bastion. If at all, you can put it. It's just like this only. Make sense? Is this clear, guys? And then here I just put it like if you have your company, this will be your company, right? This is a company. And company to AWS, how do they connect, guys? Through, they both will connect it through VPN concept. Your network administrator will do that. Of course, you need to do something on AWS side, but you will be easily doing that too. So this is through VPN and this is through VPN. Guys, is this clear now? VPC hearing everyone? Nice. Okay, now you tell me, guys, here. Now you tell me all the public subnet, all traffic is routing, public subnet, all traffic is routed to which one? Private subnet, sorry. Private subnet, all traffic is routed to NAT. Okay, now this is 168 and this is 169. And if you are trying to do connect to 169, it has to go to routing, should be go to the NAT or it has to go to VPC peering in this case. It should go to VPC peering, not to the NAT. Understood? Because this is, you are trying to go with the 169, right? From sitting here, and if you are trying to do 169 connection, if you go to a NAT, it doesn't work. If you go to VPC peering, then this using this tunnel, it will go and connect to the VPC. I mean, for this private server. This one we'll see the actual whenever we see it in the demo, right? But is this clear till here about the VPC peering? So now what we do is should go and join practicals and create the our own VPC. Let's not use our default VPC anymore. Let's architect by ourselves. Ready? Okay. So for that, keep this in mind. For that, guys, you need to give me a helping hand on first what to create, next what to create and all. Ready? Let's go to VPC first. Guys, ready? Yes? Hello? Yep. Okay. Guys, here you have VPC launch wizard. VPC launch wizard. You don't do this because this will first you need to understand how to architect manually. This is automated. If you need VPC with single public subnet, you can go and click on select and can bum. Everything will do it get automatically. But if you learn how to do it manually, easily you can understand all these things. You don't need to even do that. Okay, go to VPC here. Guys, remember we have a default VPC. This is a default VPC already, which starting with 172.31.00.16. And how many subnets are there for this default VPC, guys? 3 subnets. On the left side, you have subnet. See, 3 subnet. Do you remember if you use /20, what is the formula that we have used? 2 power 32 minus 20. 4091 IP addresses are available. Did we learn all these things? And one subnet is associated to one availability zone. Yes or no? Got that? Yes. So guys, don't delete the default VPC. Don't do all these things. So guys, tell me, does the default VPC has a NAT gateway? If you go to the NAT gateway, there is no NAT gateway. So does the default VPC has the internet gateway? Nice. You see that here? You have it. Does the default VPC has a routing tables? Definitely yes. There is a routing table. Make sense? Understand the logic? Should we go and create our own VPC? Let's do that. Click on create VPC and I call it as here Mumbai VPC. Okay. Can you tell me what is the CIDR block? 192.168.00/16. We are creating a VPC, guys. What is the CIDR? 192.168.00/16. And tenancy default or dedicated? Go with the default one. Don't go for dedicated. And simply click on create. Guys, VPC is created. What's the next step? Internet gateway. I need responses, guys. Internet gateway. Here, go to internet gateway. Let's create an internet gateway. I call it as Mumbai IGW. And click on create. Guys, Mumbai IGW is created. It isn't detached. Should we need to attach it? Yes. Right click, attach it to VPC. Which VPC? Yeah? Mumbai VPC. Attach. What's the next step? Subnets, right? On the left side, you have the subnets. How many subnets we should create? 2, public and private. Let's go. Click on create subnet. And I call it as here public subnet. Which VPC I need to select? Default or Mumbai? Mumbai VPC. What is the CIDR for the public subnet, guys? Tell me. 192.168. 1.0/24. Click on create. What's the next? We need to create one more subnet. Public subnet is created. Should we create private? Yes. Let's go and click on private subnet. Which VPC? Mumbai VPC. By the way, did I selected that availability zone? It went to 1C. Guys, please let's delete this. I don't like in 1C. Okay, sorry. Let's come on. Let's go to public subnet. Public subnet. And which VPC? Default VPC. And let's go and put it in 1A. And what is the CIDR? 192.168. 1.0/24. This is public subnet. Let's create it. And let's create a private subnet too. Private subnet. Mumbai VPC. This time I'll put it in 1B. What is the CIDR this time? Tell me. 192.168. 2.0/24. Create. Guys, understood what we have done here? Public and private subnets. What is the next step? NAT. On the left side, we have the NAT. Go to NAT and click on create NAT gateway. Tell me, guys, NAT gateway should be in which subnet? NAT gateway should be in which subnet? Public subnet. Select the public subnet that you have created. Do you remember that NAT gateway need to have an elastic IP? Yes. We don't have any elastic IP here. Here you have itself. Click on allocate elastic IP. Click on it. It will allocate it once. And then create NAT gateway. Close. And here I call it as Mumbai NAT. It is cooking now. What's the next step after NAT? A routing table. How many routing tables we should create? 2. What are those? Public routing table and private routing table. Okay, on the left side, you have routing tables. Keep this in mind. This is a certification question. If you create a VPC, the default routing table will be created. What is this, guys? Default routing table. That is called main routing table. Do we like to use our defaults anymore? No. This is a default routing table. Let's not use that. Let's create our own routing tables. And what is the name? I call it as public routing table. Which VPC? Mumbai VPC. Create. Should we create one more called private? private routing table, Mumbai VPC. Guys, so I have created public routing table, and public routing table should be routed to internet gateway. Do you see this here? Routes and associations. Let's go to route, edit route, add route. Guys, all traffic 000/0 should be routed to everyone. Public subnet should be routed to internet gateways. Do you see this? Select internet gateway, Mumbai IGW, save routes. Guys, this is how we will be adding the routes. And then go to subnet association. For this public RT, which subnet should be associated? Public subnet or private subnet? Select the public subnet and then associate it. Should we do the same thing for private routing table? Go to routes, add route 000 should be routed to. Wow, cool. You got that, man. And which subnet should be associated? Private subnet. Hey, you have done the VPC, guys. Isn't it that easy? Okay, now we have architected the VPC, right? Guys, now we have architected the VPC here. See, we have architected this VPC completely, right? And now, should we go and launch one server, one EC2 instance in private subnet and one EC2 instance in public subnet, and then try to connect to this? Yes? Let's go and do that. Let's go to EC2. Let's go to EC2. Don't worry, guys. I have written all the steps one by one. I will forward that steps. Okay, so before going and launching the EC2 instance, usually it will have default security group. Should we create our own security group? Let's not use the existing security group. Here, let's go to security group and let's try to create our new security group. I call it as Mumbai SG. Which VPC? Mumbai VPC. Guys, this time, do you want me to work with Linux or Windows? This setup, this entire setup, should I use Linux or Windows? Acha? How about others? Oh, these guys, Arya, Chaitanya, Suraj, Dev, Bharat, Harsha, Harshita. Okay, so guys, people are saying Linux. Let's go to, you should use only one, yeah, either Linux or Windows. How come both? One is, okay, Windows, since we know that very much, let's go with the Linux, which is difficult. Okay, so if you go for Linux, what is the protocol that you should use it? Select SSH and then my IP. Create. Guys, keep this in mind that we have a habit of, keep this in mind, very important. Guys, select the group ID, security group ID, and then go to inbound rules. And remember, we need to have all traffic to self, na? Remember that. Self should not be touched. So guys, keep this in mind. Whenever you create any security group, take its own security group ID and then allow all traffic within itself. That is all traffic within itself, Mumbai is itself. This is a very good habit and good practice. Keep this in mind. Whenever you create it, first allow it by itself once. Okay. Are you following, everyone? Yeah. So let's go and launch our EC2 instance. Guys, how many EC2 instances we need to launch now? 2. One in public subnet, another one in private subnet. Okay. So let's go and launch the EC2 instance. And I'll launch first public wala, T2 micro. Guys, which VPC do you select now? Mumbai VPC. We have created our own VPC. Do you see this? We have two subnets now. Select Mumbai, select a public subnet. For public subnet, do we need to enable public IP? Yes or no? Yes. Nice. So rest everything should be same. Next, next. Guys, what is this name called? The public one, the public subnet EC2 instance called Bastion server. Next, select the existing. Should we select our own secret group, Mumbai secret group? Select Mumbai wala, review it, and then launch it. You understood what we did, guys? We have launched an EC2 instance on the VPC that we have architected. Is that clear? Now, should we go and launch one more EC2 instance in private subnet now? Yes. Let's go and launch in private subnet. T2 micro, Mumbai VPC, I put it in private. If you have in private, do you need to enable public IP, yes or no? Do you need public? No. For public IPs, for private subnet, no public IP, not required. So go to next, next. And this one, I call it as private server, something. Next, Mumbai SC, and then review and launch. Any questions still here, guys? So let it come up, and then to which server we need to run? We need to log in first, Bastion or private? Bastion. Nice. And from Bastion, is it possible to log into the private server directly? No. Nice. So let me grab public. Guys, do you see public DNS here? No DNS, na? Simple how to enable that. Go to your VPC, select Mumbai. In actions, you have edit DNS hostname. You check this. Simple. Save. Where? Mumbai VPC, actions, edit DNS hostnames. If you do that, and here there is no public DNS, na? And if I refresh, boom, fatak. Now we got this. Okay. So let's open Annakutti and put it the IP address. Connections. Okay. So auth SSH. Guys, if you are able to log in, whatever the architecture that we have done is super good. Let's see. Boom. Wow. Do you see that we are able to connect to the Bastion server? Guys, yes? Yes. Do you see 192.168 series is the one, guys, is the thing that we have architected the VPC, right? So if you are able to log in, that meaning whatever we have done is perfectly correct. Okay. Now, from here, I need to log into which server? The private server, na? From here, I need to log into the private server, right? Yes. So I need to log into the private server using which IP address? Private IP address only, na? So what is the command to do this here? Go to actions, click on connect. Do you see there is a SSH option here? You copy this command and put it here. Guys, will this work? It is expecting 6:30 p.m. bash.pem file here, but do we have the PEM file here in my machine? No. So how do we get this PEM file here is very simple. So let me go to C drive. Guys, open your PEM file, 6:30.pm PEM file, edit it, get all the content, and let's create a file here itself. Or what is the command to create a file in Linux, guys? Vi, na? Vi 630, same, do the same name, batch.pem. Enter. Guys, press I for insert mode. It is in insert mode, and then right click, paste. Press escape, and then :WQ exclamatory. Save and quit. Guys, everyone knows how to create a file and edit and save? Nice. How about others? Yes, nice. Okay. So guys, if you do ls list, do you see I have my PEM file ready here. And guys, you have created the PEM file. You need to give the permissions, right? Chmod, give read permissions to this file. What is the command? Chmod 400. 400 is for meaning here read. 400 for this PEM file. Now should we go and run this now, guys? Let's run this here. And then boom. Do you see this, guys? Now I was in 192.168.1 subnet. Now I have moved to 192.168.2 subnet. So that meaning I have connected to my private server. What is the IP address of the private server? 192.168.2.246. Let's cross check. Select the private server. Do you see that? 192.168.2.246. So from here, we came all the way to Bastion, and from Bastion, we have logged into the private server. Guys, is this clear? How we did? Everyone? Any questions? Nice. Too good. Okay, so now, guys, I'm in my private server now. I'll just clear it. I'm in private server. From here, do I have internet access? Yes or no? Yes, no. Let's say I need to install, let's say, I'll go for sudo -s and yum install wget. Can I install this? Yeah. Guys, who is giving internet access to this server? Who is giving internet access to this server? NAT gateway. Very good. See, I'm able to install it and it is successfully ran. So whatever the traffic from the private subnet, everything is routed to the NAT. So NAT has full NAT has full access. Guys, if I go and remove that NAT routing in routing, which routing table I need to go and remove the NAT? Public routing table or private routing table? Guys, NAT is for public or private? Private, na? So go to routing tables. In private, in routes, we have given all traffic should be routed. So if I remove this route, simply, if I remove this route, my internet will work here. Tell me one more package to install. Yum install HTTPD. See, if I press yes, is it going, guys? No, timing out. It is timing out. You understand the real time on the NAT? Okay. Now, if you enable the NAT, it will work for sure. If you enable the NAT, it will work. So should I go and how to enable the route? Simple 00 routed to NAT for the private subnet. Boom, it will work now. You understood how to plug in and plug off? Everyone, everything should be on the routes only. Everything should be on the routes only. Guys, here, do you remember VPC endpoints that we have discussed? Okay, so what is VPC endpoint? Tell me. What kind of access, internet access does the VPC endpoint has? Only Only AWS services, right? How do you access AWS services from here? Using CLI only, na? Remember AWS CLI. So in order to work with AWS CLI here, we need to install AWS CLI, na, guys? Yes or no? Right? We need to install AWS CLI. Either you can do it, but I can also show first. Do you remember that we need to install AWS CLI commands I have given, right? Remember the list of commands? Have you practiced AWS CLI? Yeah. Okay, let's quickly go and install. Yum install -5 Python 2. Yum install -5. Guys, do you understand why I'm installing Python? I mean, why I'm installing AWS CLI? To show you how the VPC endpoints work. Okay. So duplicate is already there. So let's go and get the okay. Reason. This guy. Sky. This guy. And finally install AWS CLI. Okay, guys. So I've installed AWS CLI here. Guys, what is recommended? Should I configure the keys here? Is that a recommended way to configure the keys here? Or what is the concept that we want to use here? What is the concept that you should use it here? Role. Excellent. So should we go and create, okay, simply, guys, will this work? If I do AWS S3 LS, if I do S3, will it work? It says that you cannot configure credentials. Either I need to do AWS configure in order to run AWS services, or I need to go and set up the roles. Should I go and assign a role here? I think there should be some role here already. Let's see. Okay, there is a role, but I don't want. Let's go and create one role for you. Right? Let's go to role. Let's create a role. So here, do you need to attach to EC2 or Lambda? EC2. Which kind of, what kind of permissions I want to access S3? So let's give S3 full access. Huh? Next, review, and I put it as 6:30 p.m. role. S3 role. I create a role, and let's go and attach that to our private server. S3 6:30 a.m. role. Okay. Now, nice. Okay, guys. Guys, what is the situation of our routing? Do we still have a NAT? Yes. Okay, now, do you see this here? Now, I'll do S3LS. Okay, or S3 make sorry, S3 MB make bucket S3 : / I'll call it as 6:30 p.m. test BKT -- region AP - south -1. I am creating a bucket. Bucket is created. Guys, bucket is created. Yes, it is working fine. Why? We have NAT. NAT has full internet access. If I go and remove this NAT, Will this work now? AWS S3LS? Do you see that? It's not working. It's not working. So now I don't want to give the NAT and I want to have still AWS internet, AWS access. What is the concept that we should use it now? Endpoint. You are getting now, right? Excellent. So let's go and create an endpoint. On the left, have this endpoint. Go to endpoint. Go to endpoint. Click on create endpoint. Guys, to which service you need to create an endpoint? S3 na? So, and select gateway endpoint. Guys, select gateway. Don't select interface. Interface is through with the NIC card, but gateway is perfectly fine. Select gateway endpoint. And here, which VPC we need to select? Default or Mumbai VPC? Mumbai VPC. And now here you tell me to which subnet I need to associate this, public or private subnet. This endpoint should work for public or private. Excellent. 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 Thank God. I'm confident now you guys are listening. Nice. Okay. So now click on create endpoint. You understood how to create an endpoint? Very simple, right? Okay. Now the endpoint is created. Now guys, I am here in private server and I am accessing AWS. Now the routing should be happening to NAT or VPC endpoint. Now the routing for the private subnet, for the private routing table, now I don't have NAT. Now I need to route to where? VPC endpoint. So you don't need to do anything. You have selected the routing table now while creating the endpoint. And that routing table has which subnet you have associated already. Private subnet is associated, right? So you don't need to do anything. Automatically, if you refresh it, you will get the route. You will get the route here automatically. Let's see. Wait. So I'll refresh this. Point. Which starting private subnet you have associated. That's fine. So go to private route table. Now do you see that? It takes a little bit of time to give the route. See here, guys. Now do you see the routing is now going to VPC endpoint? Everyone? Yes. And now let's go here and try to do AWS S3LS. As now it is routing to the VPC endpoint, should we get this? Let's do. So here, minus region, minus south, -1. Guys, do you see this here? Now I'm getting the AWS access. Make sense, guys? Now you tell me with this VPC endpoint, can I install something here? Yum install HTTPD. Can I install this? With the VPC endpoint. Oi. I don't have NAT there. Only AWS services only. Can I install HTTPD? No. Let's see. Do you see that it is timing out now? You understood the real time? So if you need, guys, remember, we can create multiple subnets now. I have created only 2 subnets. You can create 2 more subnets. And for one subnet, you can give restrict only to NAT. Another subnet you can restrict only to the VPC endpoint. Your wish. Now you can play like anything. Guys, understood? Everyone? Any questions? CC. Excellent. let us not get hurry, guys. So let us stop it here, right? So what we do tomorrow is, guys, tomorrow is definitely, tomorrow will be the last day. And tomorrow I'll show you how to set up this two VPC peering stuff, VPC peering stuff. And meanwhile, I'll show you the document. I'll send you the document VPC, how to set up the VPC, how to do and everything step by step. You can use that document and then you can do the practical. What do you say? Yeah. Send me email. Yeah. Send me an email, Srikant. Kalyan Sari, you are not asking any technical questions. You are asking like, Are Babu, ho ja raha, everything. Na? See, interview questions, we have already told you whatever we have already discussed. Yes or no, guys? Everyone? Did we discuss about this? Kalyan Sai, please. We have already discussed on this. Please go to the WizLabs and you can see my, I just show you a few examples also on interview questions, right? And also please go through my notepad. That is more than pains. That is more than enough, guys. Any more questions? And guys, very importantly here, how to delete the VPC after you're doing stuff, guys, which is very important. How to delete it. I have put that in the document already, but I'll show you here how to delete it. First, terminate the EC2 instances. Terminate the EC2 instances first. And then after that, delete the VPC endpoints that we have just did. And then, guys, and delete the NAT gateway. And rest everything will be deleted automatically. So once you delete the NAT gateway, and then if you go to VPC and then select this and then delete, it will see now it is waiting for the NAT. Once NAT is deleted automatically, it will delete everything, whatever is related to that. Let's wait for that. Any more questions? Guys, you still have not given your feedbacks. Only few people, like less than 7 or 8. How about Venkatesh, Arya, Chaitanya, Dev, Bharat, Harshita, Sandeep, Karishma, Kumar? Those who have done okay. Renuka, Sai Prabhu, Smita, Vishal, Vijay, Geeta, Gaurav, Shiva, Prasad, Kalyan Sai, Ram Krishna, Ravinder. Guys, come on. Make me happy. Any more questions? Okay, see here, it's deleted. Now go to VPC and then you can simply click on, it will delete everything, whatever it is related to it. Yeah, this is how you will be deleting it. Please show your face. If I get all the feedbacks, then only I'll show. Yeah. Thank you, Ram. Guys, I just wanted to help the other upcoming students, of course, like, they wanted to find out the real thing. So people are asking for the Redshift also, right? So Redshift is also, yes, I will provide the document on Redshift, Pavan. Um, it's about it's about the same thing like how we did RDS, Elastic Cache and all. We just need to create the Redshift and give it to the developers. But if you need, I can send the document on it. Is that okay, Pavan? Nice. Okay, so then, can you give me the final CC guys for today on this topic? Srikant, please send me an email. I'll send you the VPC practicals. So guys, you can do the VPC practical and screenshot. Please take it. And I would love to see your feedbacks. It's really gullies to ask these many times, right? So you should understand professionals. So just go and do that, please. Great. That is all, guys, for today. And I'll see you tomorrow, the last class on VPC peering. That is all, guys, for today. Thank you and have a nice day and good night. Good night.